How to make koji. From rice, brown rice, barley, or soy. What is koji? Rice koji, brown rice koji. Barley koji, soy koji. Koji is the foundation of Japanese food culture. All of soya, soy sauce, miso, mirin, vinegar, which are basic condiments in Japanese cooking, require koji in their production. Also, rice koji is a spectacular way to tenderize steaks, roasts, really any meat. If you rub it onto the surface of even a mediocre steak and leave it in the fridge for a few days, those little moldies work their magic and tenderize the crap out of it. Koji can be made not only from rice but also from barley, oats, and soybeans. Rice koji that is made from rice is most popular. However, koji made from soybeans named soybean koji is used to make a miso named akadashi. Also, koji made from oat or barley named respectively oat koji and barley koji are used in making oat miso or barley miso. They are also used to make shaku. Without koji, it is impossible to brew sake. Rice koji can be purchased online, but is expensive. If you intend to make sake often, it is advisable to make koji by yourself. Rice koji making needs rice and a very small amount of koji spore, 1/16 teaspoon of koji spores for 1 cup rice. White koji kin such as Kano Moyoshi or Saekit sold by Midwest Home Brewing and Winemaking Supplies available on internet, namely Amazon, is recommended. No koji made from other than rice is available in the market. Therefore, if such a special koji is required, they have to be made at home. In this video, first we describe how to make rice koji, and then brown rice koji, barley koji, and soy koji. Procedure of making rice koji. Step 1. Wash rice and soak in water for 30 minutes. Step 2. Steam cook rice for 30 minutes at high heat. For a small amount of rice, such as 1 cup rice, however, an easier way is to use microwave to cook the rice. Soak in water for 30 minutes in a ceramic bowl. Dispose water completely. Then, heat in microwave for 3 minutes. Step 3. When cooled, transfer the cooked rice to a flat container such as a baking tray. For a large amount of koji, use a plastic container with a lid to save clothes under a bed. Step 4. Inoculate the rice with a very small amount of koji spores wrapped in a small piece of gazette. That is, 1/16 teaspoon per a cup of rice. Handle koji spores gently so they do not fly up. The photo is just after inoculation. Step 5. Place a lid on the top of the baking tray. If not available, use a plastic plate or aluminum foil. Place the baking tray in a place at 75 to 80 F. Do not close the lid tightly but rather leave of the lid loose because some fresh air should flow in. Step 6. Open the lid and look at the rice at least once a day. 3 days after inoculation, rice koji looks like the photo. Step 7. Koji making is now complete after 4 days and it can be used. Step 8. If the koji is not used, it must be frozen or dried. To dry, remove the lid, and break down koji into pieces while rotating upside down. Leave without lid for 7 to 10 days. When the koji is completely dried, it can be saved in a plastic bag without refrigerated. Handle dried koji carefully so koji spores on the surface of koji will not fly up in the air. Brown rice koji. Brown rice is unpolished rice. Brown rice has more nutritional value and is said to be healthier than white rice. Brown rice koji is used to make brown rice miso, which has unique flavor. Brown rice koji is not sold in the market, so it has to be homemade. The procedure of making brown rice koji is exactly the same as for rice koji, except one thing. The time to soak in water must be 2 hours instead of 30 minutes because water needs longer time to penetrate it into brown rice. This photo is just after inoculation, microwave cooked. 1 day after inoculation. 2 days after inoculation. Barley koji. Barley koji is used for 2 purposes. The first is miso just like brown rice koji, and the second is to make shaku. The procedure is exactly same as for rice koji, except the time of soaking in water is 2 hours. For small amount, microwave cooking is recommended. 2 days after the inoculation, the barley grains were covered with thin and sparse koji colonies as illustrated in the photo. 3 days after the inoculation, the barley grains are covered with thick white koji mold as illustrated in the photo. Soy koji. Soy koji is used when certain kinds of miso such as akadashi is made. The procedure of making soy koji is exactly the same as the rice koji, except the time of soaking in water is 12 hours, because soy needs much longer time to absorb water. Microwave heating is recommended if the amount of soy is small. This photo is just after inoculation. 1 day after inoculation. And 2 days after inoculation. 3 days after inoculation. After the photograph above was taken, the lid was removed to start drying the soy koji. Final remarks. The cost of homemade koji is less than 1/10 of commercially sold koji. The timeline of koji fermentation is different for each case depending on the room temperature. In cool seasons, it takes much longer. For more details, please see Handbook of Making, Shakuo, Koji, Amazake, Miso, Natto, Mirin and more, Foundation of Japanese Foods, available at Amazon.com.